Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This is Scott Manning coming to you live from Scott Manning Youth Sports Talk. I want to thank all of my loyal viewers for being with me here tonight. I just want to let you guys know this is the final regular season Scott Manning YouTube College Basketball wrap-up show for the regular season. We get ready for the conference tournaments starting next Tuesday or next Wednesday. I'll get you ready for those on Monday night, but for right now, we have some other big games I want to talk about, and I'm going to tell you right now. What a weekend it was. And this is going to be a fairly short show because I want to focus a lot of time because I got to have some energy when I get ready for my Monday night special. And I'll address that later. Right now, the ACC, Virginia and North Carolina will share the ACC regular season crown. North Carolina took care of Duke tonight 79-70. What a game that was. R.J. Barrett, 26 points, 12 rebounds, 4 assists. Cam Reddish, 23 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks, 2 steals. Here is the problem. No Zion Williamson. Williamson did not play tonight. Coach K said afterwards, he says he wants to have Williamson ready. He's hoping to be ready for the ACC tournament when it starts next week. Now, the only good news for Duke in all this is they're going to get a double bye. That may help them some, but it might not be enough. And here's the thing. Duke has dropped their last 6 games. They almost got embarrassed by Wake Forest. Ever since Zion went out, it's been bad. They got swept by North Carolina. They got beat by Virginia Tech. They almost got embarrassed at Cameron Indoor by Wake Forest. And Wake Forest ain't going anywhere. Now, as far as North Carolina goes, Kobe White, 21 points, 3 assists, 3 block shots. Very impressive tonight. Kenny Williams, 18.6 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 block, 1 steal. Cameron Johnson, 14 points, 10 rebounds, 2 steals tonight. A double-double for him. Garrison Brooks, 10 points, 5 rebounds, 2 block shots. Luke May only had 7 points. However, how does 16 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 steal, and 1 block make up for it? I think it makes up for it in a big, big, big way. Now, despite the fact that North Carolina only shot 41% for the game, they still won. And I'm going to say this now. North Carolina could be in the driver's seat to win the ACC crown. But I haven't forgotten about Virginia, and I'll get to Virginia and Louisville here in just a second. After the game, I was watching Coach K's press conference. He said he hopes to have Zion back by Thursday. I don't know what's going on with Zion Williamson, but it needs to end now because right now North Carolina, Duke, they're lost without him. Duke has been struggling all season long. They struggle without him. It showed in both meetings against North Carolina. They lost to Virginia Tech. They almost got embarrassed at the hands of Wake Forest at Cameron Indoor. I haven't forgot about that. What has been going on with I hope the Blue Devils can make some noise in the ACC tournament. That's their only hope. That's going to be literally be their only saving grace. And I'm going to tell you right now, if they don't wake up soon, they're going to be an afterthought. And the bottom line is, Duke struggled tonight, and it showed. Duke put up 70 points. 49 of those points were scored by R.J. Barrett and Cam Reddish. Everybody else must have stayed home. Think about it. For North Carolina, you had Kobe White, 21 points, 3 assists, 3 block shots. Kenny Williams, Cameron Johnson, Garrison Brooks, Luke May, they all stepped up tonight. There was no effort by Duke, with the exception of Barrett and Reddish. And that ball game tonight, that Duke Carolina game tonight, was literally almost a track meet. Because, we didn't get the game got underway, and it was about 8.5 minutes they finally got their first whistle. It was that bad. But I'm going to say this now. If Zion doesn't play in the ACC, now they're hoping to have Zion back for the ACC tournament. If Zion Williamson doesn't play much in the ACC tournament, Duke's in trouble. And that's all there is to it. Now, what about North Carolina? They're going to be in the driver's seat. They're going to get a double. Now, both Duke and Carolina are going to get a double bye. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's no dispute over it. But it's going to be very interesting to see how that goes the rest of the way. Without Zion Williamson, Duke's in trouble. And that's all I got to say. Now let's talk about the Louisville-Virginia game. Virginia beat Louisville tonight. Louisville this afternoon, 73-68. Ty Jerome, 24 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals. Very impressive tonight. Kyle Guy, 13.6 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. And they have clinched a share of the ACC crown with North Carolina. Keep that in mind. Virginia coach Tony Bennett said after the game, we've at least clinched a share. We were hoping to win it outright, but we couldn't get the job done tonight. And I mean, I'll say this for Virginia: you go 16-2 in your final 18 games of the ACC season. It shows a lot, and it showed a lot of character. Virginia has been red hot. As far as Louisville, they struggled to get to the finish line. I mean, Louisville, they started the season 7-1. They dropped 6 of their last 9 games since then. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm surprised Louisville's not on the bubble of not getting into the NCAA tournament. That victory against North Carolina may have been back earlier in the season when Louisville beat North Carolina in Chapel Hill when they humiliated them. That might have been their saving grace right there. I mean, let's think about this. Louisville put up a ball game today. Jordan Allen, 19.6 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 block. Malik Williams, 12.6 rebounds, 1 block, 1 steal. Dwayne Sutton, 10.6 rebounds. Christian Cunningham, 10.4 rebounds, 2 assists. Louisville closed the first half of the game on a 20-4 run. But here's the problem. And they also outscored Virginia 20-16 in the paint. And they still lose? There were a lot of mistakes made by Louisville in that game. And that's all there was to it. And I'm going to say this now. Louisville's in trouble. Because they're probably going to get the 7 seed. Yeah, that's right. How about them Tar Heels? I was impressed tonight. That was an impressive victory tonight. But I will say this, though. As far as Louisville goes, Louisville's going to have to play. They're only going to get a single bye. That means they have to play in the second round. And Louisville's probably going to get either going to get Duke, Carolina, or somebody in the. Yeah, it was expected. That was an expected performance tonight. And I'll give you that. But anyway, Virginia, Louisville's in trouble. Because they started out red hot, then they went stone cold, losing now they lost their last 7 of the last, it's now 7 of the last 10 games they've lost. Louisville has struggled. And they're in trouble going into the ACC tournament. And I'll address that on Monday night during my tournament special. But anyway, Virginia, North Carolina will share the ACC crown. Congratulations to both teams on a great season, and they've earned that share of the ACC championship. But what can I say on a night like this? But I'm going to tell you this. The ACC is full of surprises. Anything can happen. Here are the top 4 seeds for the ACC tournament. It's going to be Virginia, North Carolina, Duke, Florida State. The Florida State Seminoles have clinched the 4th spot for the ACC tournament. And I'll address the rest of the seeding on Monday night during my special. So congratulations to those 4 for getting the double bye. Take advantage of it because you're going to, and watch out for Virginia Tech. That's very true. I saw that game the other night. I mean, Virginia Tech, they can jump out of the pack and take it away. I'm not doubting that for 1 second. Now, let's move on. The Big 12. Texas Tech. Yeah, Justin Robinson is very good. I've seen him play. He is impressive. He's as great as anybody. Why is he not on the Wooden Watch list? Why is he not on the short list for the Wooden Award? That's what I'd like to know. But anyway, we got to move on to the Big 12. Let's move on. Let's talk about the Big 12 here for a minute. Number 8 Texas Tech and Kansas State will both share the Big 12 championship for the 2018-2019 season. Yeah, that's correct. He is not, because he's not a blue blood. It shouldn't matter. That's all there is to it, my friends. That's all there is to it. Keep your comments coming. Let's have a little bit of fun with this. Now, on to the Big 12. Number 8 Texas Tech and number 18 Kansas State will share the Big 12 championship. Number 8 Texas Tech took care of Iowa State today, 80-73. And it was a great game. And what a great game it was. If it weren't for Jared Culver, Texas Tech would have lost because the rest of the team went 16 of 46 from the field for the game. But there were a couple of good points for Texas Tech in this contest. They forced 14 turnovers, and also 2. Texas Tech was a perfect 13 of 13 at the free throw line today. Jared Culver, 31 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. They needed every bit of that today. David Moretti, 20 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Matt Mooney, 13 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 steals. I'll answer that question. Give me just 1 second. I'll be more than happy to answer that question for you. Now, Texas Tech has clinched a share of the Big 12 championship. They've won 9 in a row. They've been red hot. Iowa State had this game. 2 months ago, this game was the hottest ticket in town. But Iowa State struggled down the stretch, and it showed. Steve Prohm said after the game, I'm just glad to get the regular season over with. Now we can really make up for it in the Big 12 tournament. And I'm hoping so. Texas Tech coach Chris Beard said, I'm proud of our guys. We've won 9 in a row. Hopefully we can keep up the momentum in the Big 12 tournament. Now, as far as Iowa State goes, Mario Shayak, 17 points, 2 assists. Michael Jacobson, 12 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. Lindell Wigginton, 17 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. Taylor Horton Tucker, 13 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. You normally know Iowa State has no problems on their home court at the Hilton Coliseum. Here's something to think about. They dropped 4 home games this season, and that is bad. And I mean, Texas Tech was just red hot today, and that's all there was to it. And some people have asked me, Scott, if anybody could come out of the pack and win the Big 12, who could it be? Well, you know it's not going to be Kansas, which is good news for a lot. And I know it's bad news for Jayhawk fans everywhere, but everybody else was on cloud 9, including me. I shouldn't sound like that. I'm sorry. But I'm just tired of Kansas winning it every single year. But let's move on to the Kansas State-Oklahoma real quick, and I'm going to answer this person's question. Now, for Kansas State, they took care of Oklahoma today, 68-53. Kamau Stokes, 19 points, 2 rebounds, 6 assists. Barry Brown Jr., 15 points, 4 assists, 3 steals. Dean Wade, 11 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 2 block shots. Xavier Sneed, he may have only had 7 points, but he had 4 rebounds and 5 steals today. Kansas State won because they had 11 offensive boards, 11 rebounds, which turned into 16 second chance points. Yeah, I think Kansas is the most viable Final Four candidate. But I'm gonna address that here a little. I'm gonna address that a little here in depth here in just a minute. Give me just a moment. I'll be more than happy to address that. Now, as far as Oklahoma today, Christian Doolittle, he might as well have been Mr. Doolittle. 14 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal. Jamal Benamy, 12 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal. And something else that didn't help Oklahoma, Brady Manning got ejected in the second half, or late in the second half, for a flagrant 2 foul. I don't know what happened there. I didn't get to see the game. I had Duke, Carolina, and Michigan State on my mind. And that's exactly what happened with me today. Now, Texas Tech and Kansas State are going to clinch a share of the Big 12 title. And you know what? I'm going to see if I can find that. I'm going to see if I can get that person's question. And I'm going to see. Oh, here we go. Somebody asked me earlier. You think any Big 12 teams is a tournament contender? You know, a lot of people are going to be saying Kansas. I don't think so. I don't think Kansas is not a good. They're not going to be a good. They're not going to be a good tournament contender this time, and here's why. No Adaka Azubuike. No Silvio De Sousa. And I mean, Kansas, yes, they did great at home, but they had problems on the road. And it doesn't matter if it's a neutral site game. Now, if it's and a lot of people, and I'm telling you right now, and that's fair. I do like that. But I'm going to tell you right now, if anybody were to come out of the Big 12 and go, I don't know if they'll win the tournament or not, but if any team has a chance out of the Big 12 to go a good long ways in the NCAA tournament, I've got to go with Texas Tech because they're going to have a higher seed. I mean, they got Jared Culver, David Moretti, and I'll tell you right now, they got Culver, Moretti, and they got Matt Mooney too. I forgot about them. Kansas State, They're a great basketball team. Bruce Weber's got a great program, but I'm going to be totally fair. Kansas State doesn't have the experience, and I'm not trying. Yeah, they don't have the experience and the size too. They don't have the size. They don't have the experience, and I'm going to be honest. I don't see Texas Tech. I can see Texas Tech going a long ways. Kansas, on the other hand, I would not be a bit surprised if we're hearing that they're going to have at least a second round exit because of the way they played during the season. I mean, they struggled on the road. They were like 3-6 in Big 12 road games this season. They lost to Kentucky. They got embarrassed by West Virginia in Morgantown. I haven't forgot about that. But I'm going to be honest. If anybody out of the Big 12 can come out of the pack and go a good ways in the NCAA tournament, I'd have to say Texas Tech because they've shown me a lot more this season. I mean, Chris Beard's turned that program around. Jared Culver, David Moretti, Matt Mooney. You got your three big guys right there. And the bottom line is this: out of the Big 12, may the best team win. Yeah, what's different this year than last year? It's still the same for Texas Tech, definitely. But I'm going to tell you right now, I could see Texas Tech making some noise. Last year, they had a shot at winning the Big 12. It got away. This year, they're sharing the Big 12 with Kansas State. And what a happy moment it was. And now, I thought last year they did choke kind of last year. But let's move on. We got to move on to the Big 10. Because I've been waiting for this to talk about this for the most of the night. Now, Michigan State and Purdue will share the Big 10 championship. I'm going to get the Purdue Northwestern news out of the way, and I'm going to talk a little bit more in depth about Michigan State. Purdue took care of Northwestern 70-57. Carson Edwards, 21 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Belgel Easton, 15 points, 3 assists. Yeah, Maryland is the dark horse, the young talent and coaching. I think Maryland could be a dark horse in the Big 10. I'm going to address that a little bit more in depth here in a few minutes. Carson Edwards, 21 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Belgel Eastern, 15 points, 3 assists. Matt Harams, 11 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 3 blocks. They have clinched the Big 10 crown with Michigan State. And what is most impressive about me with Purdue, they went 17-3 in their last 20 games. And this was a Purdue team that started 6-5 in conference play. Very impressive. And Purdue took care of Northwestern despite the fact they only went 7 of 24 from beyond the arc. And they did take the rebound department 37-26, and they did very well on offensive boards 10-2. Very impressive. And as far as Northwestern goes, Vic Law 13.7 rebounds, A.J. Turner 14 points, 3 assists. Northwestern got some bad news going into the Big 10 tournament though. Vic Law had to leave the game with a knee injury. And this is bad news for Northwestern because Vic Law has been averaging 15.1 points per game. And that concerns me. And that's all there is to it, my friends. It's going to be very interesting to see how Northwestern does. I see them having a first round exit. They got to play in the first 4 in the first round of the tournament. Yeah. And Purdue is a Final Four contender. And once again, Purdue is a Final Four contender, and you can thank Carson Edwards for that. But also, too, we could have another Big 10 contender for the Final Four. Michigan State. I think Michigan State or Michigan. I could see one of those two going all the way to the Final Four. But let's think about this for a minute. Michigan State took care of Michigan tonight 75-63. And Michigan State basically all boiled down to was no Nick Ward, no Joshua Langford, no problem. I mean, Cassius Winston, 23 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists. Xavier Tillman, 17 points, 6 rebounds, 2 steals, 5 blocks. And Michigan State ended the game on a 25-4 run. Very impressive tonight. And as far as Michigan goes, Ingus Brazdeikis, 20 points, 4 rebounds. Jordan Poole, 15 points. That was it. Charles Matthews missed his 3rd straight game due to injury. So now, Michigan State and Purdue are going to share the Big Ten championship. But you know, somebody brought this up a minute ago. Somebody brought this up. I'm going to take a look at this. I'm going to go back to my notes here. All right. Yeah, Maryland is a dark horse in the tournament. Young talent and coaching. You know, I'm going to be honest with you. I think Maryland is the dark horse in the Big Ten tournament this year. Let's think about it. They got a great team. I mean, they got a great... I don't have Maryland's information in front of me. I apologize for that. But I will say this. Maryland has a young team. They can get the job done. As it stands right now, and this could be subject to change, the top four in the Big Ten tournament are Michigan. It's Michigan State, Purdue, Michigan, and Wisconsin. Those are the top four at the moment in the Big Ten. Well, now Wisconsin has to face Ohio State tomorrow. That should be a give me for. It should be a give me for Wisconsin because Ohio State's going in the wrong direction. As it stands right now, Ohio State's one of the last four buys into the field. But with Caleb Wesson suspended, if he's not available for the Big Ten tournament, Ohio State's in trouble. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to hand out the Scott Manning Basketball Hardwood Awards for this Saturday. But I'm going to start it out with the Big Ten. I'm kind of going to go in reverse order. So now, for the Michigan State-Michigan contest, I've got 2 awards to hand out. Cassius Winston, 23 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists. Congratulations to you, sir. You are once again a recipient of a Scott Manning Basketball Hardwood Award. Xavier Tillman, 17 points, 6 rebounds, 2 steals, 5 blocks. You, my friend, are now a recipient of a Scott Manning Basketball Hardwood Award. Now, what are these Hardwood Awards worth if you're tuning in for the very first time? They're not worth any money or anything. It's just basically a pat on the back and a job well done. Just to let you guys know what these awards mean. And as far as the Purdue Northwestern contest, I haven't forgot about that one. Carson Edwards, 21 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Congratulations to you, sir. You just got yourself a Scott Manning Basketball Hardwood Award. Nigel Easton, 15 points, 3 assists. Congratulations to you, sir. You just got yourself a Scott Manning Basketball Hardwood Award. Matt Harms, 11 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 3 blocks. Congratulations to you, sir. You just got yourself a Scott Manning Basketball Hardwood Award. And congratulations to Purdue and to Michigan State for sharing the Big Ten crown. And my congratulations to both schools. Definitely. On behalf of this Ohio State fan. Now, let's move on. For the Texas Tech-Iowa State contest, Jarrett Culver, 31 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Congratulations to you, sir. You just got yourself a Scott Manning Basketball Hardwood Award. David Moretti, 20 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Congratulations to you, sir. You just got yourself a Scott Manning Basketball Hardwood Award. Matt Mooney, 13 points, 5 assists, 4 steals. Congratulations to you, sir. You just got yourself a Scott Manning Basketball Hardwood Award. For the Kansas State-Oklahoma contest, I've got 5 big awards. I got about 4 awards to hand out. Kamir Stokes, 19 points, 2 rebounds, 6 assists. Congratulations to you, sir. You just got yourself a Scott Manning Basketball Hardwood Award. Barry Brown Jr., 15 points, 4 assists, 3 steals. Congratulations to you, sir. You just got yourself a Scott Manning Basketball Hardwood Award. Dean Wade, 11 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks. Congratulations to you, sir. You just got yourself a Scott Manning Basketball Hardwood Award. Well, I know it, but I want to recognize all these guys for all the hard work they put in. That's why I do what I do. I want to recognize them because of all the hard work these guys put in. Now, the last award to hand out. Xavier Sneed, 7 points. I know he only had 7 points, 4 rebounds, but he had 5 big steals in the game. Congratulations to you, sir. You just got yourself a Scott Manning Basketball Hardwood Award. And also, too, my congratulations one more time to Texas Tech and to Kansas State for sharing the Big 12 championship. And also, too, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for ending the Kansas Jayhawks' 14-year run as Big 12 champions. I will never talk smack about Texas Tech and Kansas State again. I will never disrespect Bruce Weber. I will never disrespect Chris Beard again. And if I could send you some Brutus Buckeye chocolates for ending the Jayhawks' 14-year run as Big 12 champs, I would do it in a heartbeat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm sorry, folks. I just had to do that because I'm tired of the Jayhawks dominating every single year. All right. Now let's get back to the where was I? Oh, yes. We close it out with the ACC. And now, we started out with the Duke Carolina contest. For the Duke North Carolina contest, I got some awards to hand out here. Kobe White, 21 points, 3 assists, 3 blocks. Congratulations to you, sir. You just got yourself a Scott Manning Basketball Hardwood Award. Kenny Williams, 18 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 block, 1 steal. Congratulations to you, sir. You just got yourself a Scott Manning Basketball Hardwood Award. And Kobe is incredible. I saw him tonight. He stepped up. And there is no doubt in my mind he's going to have a bright future in the NBA if he decides to go there. If he decides to go pro. Hey, he could just graduate from college, start a business, and live happily ever after. You never know. But anyway, Cameron Johnson, 14 points, 10 rebounds, 2 steals, a double-double for him. Congratulations to you, sir. You just got yourself a Scott Manning Basketball Hardwood Award. Garrison Brooks, 10 points, 5 rebounds, 2 block shots. Congratulations to you, sir. You just got yourself a Scott Manning Basketball Hardwood Award. Now, Luke May. He may have only had 7 points, but how does 16 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 steal, 1 block sound? That is worthy of a Scott Manning Basketball Hardwood Award, in my opinion. Now, for the Virginia-Louisville contest, I got 2 awards to hand out. Ty Jerome, 24 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals. Congratulations to you, sir. You just got yourself a Scott Manning Basketball Hardwood Award. Kyle Guy, 13.6 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. Congratulations to you, sir. You just got yourself a Scott Manning Basketball Hardwood Award. And congratulations to North Carolina and Virginia for sharing the ACC crown. And on a job well done. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for my Game of the Day pick. This was a hard one. I had a lot of great games today, but in the end, I did manage to narrow it down to 1. And the winner of my Game of the Day, and the Game of the Day award goes to North Carolina beating Duke 79-70. And yes, NC State was very impressive today. I'll give you that any day of the week. But anyway, congratulations to North Carolina Duke on the Game of the Day pick. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for my closing thoughts on this night. And it's time we close it out. And it's time we close it out and close out the regular season. What a regular season we've had in college basketball. My very first college basketball show was very impressive. In the first show, I figured I'd have a quiet week. Every game this season, starting way back in December, had the March Madness mentality. Think about it. Back when the season started, Kentucky Seton Hall, an overtime battle. Marquette, Wisconsin, they had to have an overtime battle. Indiana Butler, back in December, they didn't go to overtime, but it was a close game all the way. But what about some of the surprises that we saw this season? We weren't talking Kansas, not winning the Big 12. That was a shocker. Kansas struggling on the road. Hey, what's up, man? How you guys doing? Now, but what about Kansas struggle? What about the Kansas struggles? Their road troubles. A nightmare. Udaka Azubuike out for the season with a season-ending hand injury. Yeah, ask away, man. I'll be more than happy to ask you. Ask away. I'll be more than happy to answer for you. And a lot of people have said during the season, And bottom line, and folks, Kansas having their struggles was a total nightmare. What about the defending national champion Villanova Wildcats? Villanova had struggles during their non-conference schedule. They ran into trouble. What about the Big East Conference as a whole? The Big East this year was weak, and they were. With the exception of Villanova and Marquette, the Big East was weak. The strongest conference, as usual, no surprise, the ACC. The Big Ten, the Big 12, and the SEC are right in the mix. Tennessee had a chance to win the SEC outright, and they blew it today against Auburn. LSU, coming out of the... I think Kentucky can't beat everybody. As a matter of fact, I'm glad you asked that question. But what about the Kentucky Wildcats? Cool. Oh, nice. But what about Kentucky out of the SEC? As it stands right now, they're a 2 seed. They're a 2 seed. If the brackets were to be released tomorrow, they'd probably be a 2 seed. They would probably move up to the 1 line after what happened to Tennessee today. Kentucky was a big winner over Florida. Florida's in trouble. But LSU, what can you say about LSU? LSU winning the SEC despite everything that's happened with their coach Will Wade being suspended indefinitely due to an FBI probe. And North Carolina, what about North Carolina out of the ACC? What about them? You know, when the ACC season started, the talk was the Duke freshmen, the freshman class out of Duke. Then later in the season, it became known as the senior class was going to come out and make some noise. It was the senior class that made the noise in the ACC from North Carolina. If anybody were to ask me right now, who do you think would come out of the pack and make some noise in the ACC and possibly win it all? I've got 2 teams in mind. And what about Duke? I'm going to be honest with you. Duke, if Zion Williamson is healthy, he plays well, Duke has a shot of going somewhere. I can see Duke going a good ways in the tournament. But if somebody were to ask me right now, who would I pick out of the ACC to win it all? I mean the national championship. Virginia and North Carolina would be the 2 best bets. I love Duke. I have nothing but respect for Coach K and the Cameron Crazies at Duke. And over at Duke, I'll tell you right now. Here's the thing. The Duke Blue Devils are not. If Zion Williamson is healthy, they'll make some noise. They'll make some noise in the NCAA tournament. There's no doubt. However, I am concerned about Zion. And somebody else had to leave the game with an injury tonight too, and I saw that. But if anybody were to ask me right now out of the ACC who would make the most noise, Virginia and North Carolina would be your best bets. What a season it's been, and what a ride we've had. But it's not over. We still got conference tournament mania coming up here next week. And here's the deal. Monday night at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, I will get you ready for the ACC, the Big 12, the Big 10, the SEC, and the Big East tournaments. And I'm going to tell you right now, the Big East this week, with the exception of Marquette and Villanova. Yeah, you know about Kentucky? Kentucky would be the best team of the bunch out of the SEC. I have not forgot about the Kentucky Wildcats, but here's the deal. I think Kentucky, if anybody out of the SEC were to ask me, I think Kentucky would be the one that would make the most noise. Here's why. Reed Travis, Tyler Hero, some great guys. John Calipari, a great group. And Kentucky did take care of Florida today. I don't have that information in front of me. I forgot to write that down. I was kind of being hustled off in about 3 or 4 different directions at the time, and I do apologize for that. Kentucky is one of the top 3 seeds for for the SEC tournament. And it's going to be a very interesting conference tournament mania week. I'll be doing a show Monday night at 6 o'clock, and then when it gets closer, I'll be doing shows probably Thursday night, Friday night, and I'll probably get you ready for the finals, for the conference tournament finals on Saturday and Sunday. It's going to be a crazy week. I'm probably going to lose some sleep over it. But it is what it is. But what a regular season it's been. We still got one more day to go. But the thing is, it's been a great ride, and it was a great regular season. And I want to thank all of you, my fans, who tune in every Friday night and Saturday night, sometimes into the wee hours on Sunday morning. And I want to thank you guys for your dedication and tuning in. This is the first show. The first season is over. For the regular season is over, but now we got conference tournament mania, and anything can happen, and it usually does. And the bottom line is, it's been a great ride. And I want to thank you guys so much for being with me here tonight. All right, folks, I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. I want to thank you guys so much for being with me here tonight. You guys have a great night. I'll be back Monday night, 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, for my conference tournament mania special edition. I'll get you ready I'll tell you what I think is going to happen. I'll give you the surprises, who I think is going to come out of the pack, and who I think the odds-on favorites are to win it all. But we're going to have a great night. We're going to have a great show, and it's going to be a great fun time for all of us. Please join me Monday night at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Until then, you guys have a great night. Thank you so much for being with me, and God bless. Good night, everybody, and thank you. All right, I'll wait. All right, I'll take your question just real quick. It's probably going to be the last one because I got to get out of here because I got to go. I'll take your question real quick. I'm still here. Okay. All right. One SEC. All right, I'll take your SEC question just real quick, then I got to go. Then I got to get out of here. This guy has to play 25 or 30 questions. Do-de-do. I'm still on the air. How is Louisville right now? Louisville is struggling. Louisville, they're going to be lucky to make the tournament at this point, and that's all there is to it. After losing today to Virginia and after struggling down the road, they've had some struggles. I don't see them making much noise at all, and I really don't. Bottom line. All right, folks, I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. Thank you so much for being with me here tonight. You guys have a great night.